Hello.
Hello. Hey, Han. I haven't seen you in so long.
Me too. Me too. Yes, I haven't seen you in a long time. How is it going?
Hey, Sally.
Hi, Sam.
Camille.
Hi, Kathy. Camille.
Hello, hello.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We are back with the cookie lunch break. Today's Friday, and I'm joining Marlyn today. She's been doing it alone by herself for I don't know how many weeks now. Yes, I know. So today I'm joining her, and hopefully I'll be able to join her other Fridays as well. Hi, Lynn. And today, guess what? I'm in a hot seat. You see
That's
me?
right. I figure I should get one day off.
Yes, I'm in a hot seat. And hello, hello. Hi, Nana. Hi, Beth. So today I'm gonna be making. Yes, Karen. I'm gonna be making Thanksgiving cookies. Okay, guys. I know you've been requesting that, and I was on a verge of making these cookies that I just published on my YouTube channel. These are the maggots that I made, but these are
Yum.
very, very tasty. I have to say, very tasty.
They're
Uh,
usually, what I see, they're high in protein maggots.
yes, I was going to, funny thing, I was going to put something inside, so it would be like, but
Oh, extra
I,
gross.
extra growth, but I decided not to. I option not to. So you can find this tutorial on how to make the eyes and the maggots and the worms on my YouTube channel. It's a really fun, easy technique. Kids can help, and it's a last minute treat. Halloween is on Monday, I believe.
Oh,
Right?
Karen's saying she had to stop watching it because it
Oh,
was
I'm
too.
sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, it can be a little gross, but I tried to do it more colorful, so it wasn't that bad. I
Yes.
think it's not that bad. If you do it more
There's
realistic colors,
there's really two teams, eh? People who love the super gory Halloween and then the cute Halloween.
yes, exactly. So it's available on my YouTube channel, and today
You're going for cute.
I'm going for cute, very cute. So remember, we launched in early September. We launched the beginner cookie decorating toolbox. We have released the toolbox number one. That's the one on the left, and then also toolbox number two. And we've been creating a lot of different tutorials using these kits. Like for example, Marlyn. I think this was from last week. No,
Yeah, I did that.
so Marlyn created two different versions of her house, and both cutters are from the 101 built-on cookie cutter set. And I'm going to use cutters from that set also in today's tutorial. Okay, so let me bring up my screen. Hello, Fabiola. And also reminder, I wanted to remind everyone, in the past lives, I was asking you to, or talking about my cookie decorating newsletter. So many of you, I think you guys signed up, but there is an extra step. You have to confirm your subscription. This is to avoid spam. So please check your spam folders. It may be even several weeks old. I cannot resend. I was inquiring today with my mailing company or whatever it's called, but they cannot resend it. So they cannot. I'm not able to resend the
Confirmation.
email. Yeah, so confirmation. So you have to do it. You have to dig into your spam folder to see if it's there, or email me and I can manually add you. If I know that you want to join and the email is correct, I can add you manually. Okay. All right. So I got that off my chest, and let me bring up my screen first. I'm gonna just show you the cutters. Okay, let's do a little dance here.
And
So okay, so I'm
bright.
going. What?
So bright.
So bright, yes. I'm going to back up. So those of you who are following me on Instagram, you probably have seen three cutters, unusual cutters that I'm going to use for Thanksgiving. Okay. So this is a tree cutter. Okay. Well, it's given, but but you'll see in a second that it's going to be something else. Okay. And then I also used the cross cutter with this is a small Easter egg cutter. So what I ended up doing, I with the tree cutter, I trimmed the bottom, so the bottom was flat, kind of like this. This is a smaller cutter. It's the same cutter, but smaller. Both of these are from the 101 set. And we forgot to mention that you can order the kit. Both of the kits are available in Global Belly. And I'm going to put a link here in the comments. It's a link where when you click on it, it will give you more options. One of them is Beginner Cookie Decorating Toolbox. Okay, so you need to click on that link, and there you'll be able to see these kits and purchase these, or you can sign up for a subscription. Oh, I see we are having issues with Facebook. Do you see that? Watch from Facebook or YouTube? Seems there is some kind of error, so I'm just hoping this is just temporary. All right, so I trimmed the bottom. Okay, can you guys guess what I'm making? I trimmed the bottom. Okay, if somebody can guess what I'm making, I will be very impressed. And then with these two, I created mushroom. Okay, so basically, I was looking for a cutter that had a stem, and cross looked like a great candidate. And then to trim it so it would be, rounded on the top, the Easter egg looked really nice. You see the mushroom here?
Perfection.
Okay, so these are 3 cutters that I used for this project. So you just have to sometimes look at your cutters. It's actually, I find it's helpful to take a picture of them from above and just to look and kind of like, the shape you need, and then look if there are similar shapes that you could use. All right. So I'm sorry?
It's a fun challenge, to be.
It really is a fun challenge. So now I'm going to first, one thing also. I have a new transfer sheet in my, not transfer sheet, yes, transfer sheet, yes. In my coffee shop, guys. And you can also, no, it's not a pine cone. I know I've been doing a lot of pine cones lately. And it's a transfer sheet that includes all of these. These are Thanksgiving related, right? Pie. We have a turkey, which I think is really hilarious. Pumpkin. This is a slice of a pie, and then also corn. And this is a nose. Okay, so it's a little hint. It's a nose. So, okay, a tree that has a nose. And I've made these cookies before for Valentine's Day during the live. Also similar shape. Okay, so this is available in my coffee shop. I have a different version here printed, so it would be easier for me to demonstrate, but I also have it here in a pre-recorded section. So let me just start with these. I have this in an acetate sheet. This is a protector sheet, acetate sheet, so you can type on acetate, or you can also use parchment if you don't have acetate, or box paper. Do we have any questions?
I'm not seeing any questions.
So nobody's having any issues, so I'm glad to hear it. But now you can guess. Maybe you can another hint is the cookie has a beard.
It's often paired with the mushroom.
Yes, it is often paired with the mushroom. So these are quite small. You see my, I don't know if I have a ruler here, but this is a knife, small knife. So these are quite small, not too big. So I'm going to start on the bottom here.
Ah, there, it's coming in, Karen.
Coming in, yay! So you see it now, okay.
That's it. There's some cute puns too. You guys have some cute puns for us. The gnome is always, I find, they're sweet, the puns.
Everybody loves gnomes. No, I think you can make them. I didn't even think of it that I could make it for Thanksgiving, but then I was like, well, why not? I mean, all the gnome needs to do is hold something, right? And he's going to hold either pie or turkey or pumpkin or corn or piece of a pie. So you can really play with different gnomes are pretty much universal. I have gnomes, you can use it to make Santa. Hi, Katrina.
You're
Oh,
so
hi, Hawaii. How is it in Hawaii now? What's the weather like?
probably amazing. You
What's the
guys
weather
have
like?
any? Hannah's working on Thanksgiving stuff, but it is Halloween weekend. Any big plans, you guys? Any parties? Anything fun going on for Halloween to celebrate? Nothing for at my house. Nobody trick or treats in my neighborhood, so I didn't even buy any candy. We bought the candy probably 2, 3 weeks ago, and it's already gone.
I was told today that here they have, I mean, we did celebrate Halloween 2 years ago when we first arrived. The lovely woman that we were renting the place from, she had like this huge Halloween party, and I've never seen so many decorations in a house. And that was, I'm coming from the States, and there it's Halloween is really big. So that was really, I was really impressed. And that was, I think, on the 31st, but today I was told it's on the first year. Very,
Oh, it's yes, it's the day of Dias de la Muertos, or
oh, look,
I'm
there
saying
was there was so this is what happens when there is an air bubble in there, so it just bursts. So you just have to wipe that off.
oh, that's a cute thing. Karen's saying a golf cart decorating competition.
Oh wow.
That'd be fun. You know what I saw at the store this week, actually? A costume for the stroller. So if you have a young child and you're trick-or-treating, let's say, you're a young family, well, you can decorate your stroller. Oh, that was sweet. That was cute.
Oh June, how is the bread coming along?
Oh, some bread baking. I love freshly made bread.
Me too.
So, okay, so you got some blue, some green, some orange.
I've got, yes, so I have blue. I actually muted all of these down with some ivory. You can also use black, so they wouldn't be so bright. I wanted more earthy tones. To make the pumpkin, I used orange and brown. Okay. Oh, not the pumpkin pie. The pumpkin is orange, but the pumpkin pie. Because
Give
pumpkin
it
pie, I find it has like it's not, it's orange, but it's like muted, you know?
a, I think the spice gives it that color, right?
Yes. So it's a little brown. Okay. So after this, you have to let that crust. Okay. And then once it's crusted, we can add the remaining sections. So I'm gonna just quickly. Hopefully, this is the one.
Oh, you're
Now you can add the segments in the middle. Now you could do the pumpkin in one take, but I just find segments are really cute, and these are so small. These take no time. And my transfer sheets that you can get in the coffee, they're not like this. You have a sheet with just
just
buy. You have a sheet, yeah. So you see my slice here. It's not very nice. So I'm just using my two-in-one tool, trimming the edges so it's nicer. Now I'm going to add the corn. Have you done corn cookies?
I did a long time ago, but I don't know if I filmed it. I actually made it for a corn roast. So here,
You
let's
have,
see. So Charlotte's going to a football game. So she's saying not very Halloweenish, still fun. June is starting her bread.
okay,
Karen,
good luck.
decorate.
Decorated as Cookie Monster. Oh,
Oh, I'd love to see that.
yeah. So
Oh,
I'm using 20-second consistency here for these. These are so small. And now we're gonna do wet on wet. So I'm using that pumpkin color, making little teardrop shapes.
so
And you
this is
can,
the crust, and now you're doing the filling.
yes, yes, pretty yes, basically. And you can make these ahead of time. They're, you know, realizing transfers, they last for so long, years, if you store them properly. And this is ivory actually. So ivory you can buy already pre-mixed gel food coloring, or if you don't have ivory, you could also mix your own. Now I'm gonna do the stem with green. I love this green. This was a leaf green and I added some brown to it. Just so nice. It's like a forest green. Be also great for Christmas. And this is all done with the colors that came with the beginner cookie decorating toolbox number 1 and 2. Remember, there's purple, there's orange, there is blue, and there is
Yellow.
yellow. Okay, so you can use orange and purple to make brown. And you could obviously, adding some white to it, it will be lighter brown. Then you can add yellow to make, to tone it down. And once you're done with, oops, what did I do here? Okay, so transfer. Okay, so now we're just going to add the bone here. I love this part. This is so fun. I was a little concerned that it's going to fall off the bone, but it really
Literally fall off the bone, like real.
fall off the bone. Yeah, fall off the bone, but it didn't. It really didn't. It just it was fine. And now to finish the corn, you could use a marker, but this kit doesn't have a marker, so you could just add little dots
I think the dots are better. Makes it look
and
more
add some dimension also to it. So you could do that.
fun. Super
Because if
cute.
you try to do it with icing, it's so small. These transfers are so tiny that with the icing, your line would have to be really like pretty much invisible. Because as soon as it hits wet icing, it spreads, so it's not going to work very well. Okay, so I've got some magically dried here. So here are my, this one fell off, my transfers. And this cube. So this is acetate, and you can easily remove these. Now, as with all royal icing transfers, these can break. So I've got them here. Aren't they adorable? This is the size. See how cute? So
So
I was very productive. I made 4 or 5 pies today. I mean, seriously. Can
so is
anyone?
your gnome holding the pie?
Yes, the gnome can hold anything he wants. Or so yes. So let's start with the gnomes. Okay. Let's see. I have few things here that I'm gonna show you. Okay, so this is the tree cutter that I trimmed, and I'm going to do the head first. So I'm using brown here. We're going to. I have baked and decorated about 500 Halloween cookies, and I'm finally done. I won't get to decorate too many Thanksgiving cookies, as I have a huge order the week of Thanksgiving. Wow, 500. That's amazing. What
That's
kind
a good
of designs were they? That's amazing. Congratulations. I hope your hand is not hurting. Thank you, Rachel. No, I had fun making these, and I really like the addition of blue with Thanksgiving. It just breaks. I mean, all the colors for Thanksgivings are beautiful, but as they are more earthy, orange, brown, kind of muted yellow, and all that. So I like the pop of color with blue. Okay. I did receive a question from Sally. So Sally, this is what I'm doing here. Sally was asking me how I'm starting to pipe these lines so I don't have a big um, amount of icing in the beginning. So I'm really not putting any pressure on the piping bag when I'm starting. I'm just trying to anchor it and then I move it right away. So there is not a whole lot of icing coming out in the beginning. And now I'm going to take some yellow. I'm just going to brighten this up with some yellow. And to mute the yellow, because this is also muted, I know it's probably not really visible here, but I added just minuscule amount of brown to make it more muted. It's not straight from a bottle yellow. All right, so now we're just going to do the bottom, and I'm using same blue here. And this is a 15-second consistency here that I'm using. Just gonna see if we have any comments here. Thank you. what was your um, favorite costume that you wore for Halloween? Do you
When I,
remember?
you mean?
Yes. Well, I don't know. I don't see anyone else on the call here, so
No,
I
but I
mean,
do mean as a child versus.
yes.
So when I
Well,
was,
as a child, and as an adult.
well, my mother had sporadic interests in me. And so
Okay.
some Halloweens it was like whatever, and sometimes she would be in the mood to make something. And so one year she made me a rabbit costume. She sewed the ears and she used a coat hanger. And I remember liking that. And other times, when you're a young kid making your own costume, I just threw on a garbage bag and smeared Vaseline on my face and then put a tea bag so that it looked like I had a beard. So it was really was the two extremes. It was the two extremes. What was your favorite costume?
We did not have Halloween.
You did not have.
But my dad, so now I'm going to show you because you can decorate the head any way you want, okay? You can do dots, you can do stripes, you can do feathering. That's what I'm going to demonstrate now. Feathering is really popular and really easy to do. As far as my costumes, I remember this wasn't for Halloween. This was my dad. I had I was in a play as a child, and I was a mushroom. Coincidentally, I was a mushroom, so he made me a mushroom costume. I remember he worked really hard on it, and it did look like a mushroom. And I had white tights. And yeah, so that's about it. And then I think I was a cat or something. When I was in the States. Very boring. Nothing too exciting, really. But I remember a picture of you. I hope I'm not too forward. You
Oh
were
yes,
um, with Jamie. You were
I was the devil. I rented that costume. It was a nice costume. It was a renter, so it was like, yeah, it was professional, I guess you want to say. So that little hat could be a cute little mushroom top. Actually, if you were to make like the design on the top of the mushroom, that is pretty. You know
Oh,
what I
for the mushroom. Oh, you mean actual mushroom? Yeah.
mean?
Okay. Yeah, that's true. You see, guys, this is. I wanted to show you. I don't know if you can see this in the on the screen. You see this weird marbling.
Yeah.
So this is because my icing was starting to separate in the bag, and it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you do see that this is coming out and you have a large order, I would suggest that you remix it, or like so it's
Give it a
more. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
different if you're working for yourself or if you're selling, you want to have a more polished finished product. So here, Angie made some ghosts, I guess. And then she
Oh, that's
did
wonderful.
Frankenstein
And
pumpkin.
mini goes in them, boo baby sets, which has oh cute. Did you make all the little decorations as transfers? Hello, Alaska. What time is it in Alaska? And what's the weather like? What are you doing? How is it in Alaska? Oh,
Oh, she holds, I guess, her cookie like you do there with your fingers.
oh, I see. Well, if you okay, let me back up. I don't know, 10 years is it? I used to decorate cookies holding it in my hand like this, literally, not on the table. And can you guess in the comments who told me it's totally wrong and not to do it? I'm looking at you now. Remember, I was doing it, and you were like, "What are you doing? You can't do it like that." And I was literally holding it in my hand, and I was decorating all those designs like that. Okay, so I'm gonna stop talking, and I'm going
Well,
to next.
I guess it's fine. It's just like from like it just seemed so
Well,
crazy. though.
it makes your life a whole lot easier when you actually either you can do it standing up, but put the cookie down on a flat surface. Yes, Mar told me. Yes, yes, yes. And she wasn't very nice. Yes, she was like, "You can't do it," and you were right. Anyway, so what is this part called? Lem?
The
Like
what?
the part? What's the part of the head called? The big chunky part? Like what is this called? What's this part of the head called?
Oh, the hat. You mean the trim?
The trim? Okay, the trim.
So this is supposed to be like a knit toque, right?
I'm sorry?
This you're making it to look like a knit hat, like a winter hat.
Yeah, it's like, it's cold in the fall as well. Oh, I recently stuck my scrap. I've seen people do that, but I haven't seen the other part. Okay, so you have to let that dry. And now I've got here, this is a yellow one that I made before. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some texture to it. We're going to use a brush.
She has a little snow in Alaska.
Snow.
Oh yes, Camille is right. The brim.
The
But on,
brim. Thank you. Thank you, Camille.
is it a brim on a toque though? A brim on a hat, but a toque? I don't know.
All right, so now I'm just going to use my brush. First, I'm going to spread it, and then I'm going to use like dabbing motion, creating texture. This is very popular to create texture on bears. So you could do this on polar bear or teddy bear.
Is it electric green, hen, or is that your yellow?
This is yellow. I know it's probably giving off different shade, but this is yellow.
Oh. Sometimes the camera adjusts, and because of like the colors
Yellow
are.
is a hard color. Yellow, does give out the green, like hue, right? The brim.
Yeah.
Yes, brim. So this was a brim. And when I was making these earlier, I finished everything. I did like two, and I'm looking at them. Something is wrong, I'm like, they look great, but something is wrong. I forgot the beard. Like I put everything on, and I'm like, oh, the beard.
Oh, it was a
Beardless,
girl. It was a girl.
beardless gnome.
No, but it was a girl.
It was a girl. Yes. Okay. 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 It was a girl.
Unless it's the
No.
bearded lady.
No. Nomad. Nomad. No. How do you say girl? Girl. No. Nomad.
See, it's a cuff on a knit hat.
Ah. Well, I thought the cuff would be on your wrist. No.
Yes, but it's also
Oh,
it's a similar thing. Similar concoction. So, Han, did you put a little white food gel in your white there just because it's resting on such a bright color, or no?
no. This is no. I did not. And for all the recipes, guys, you can visit my blog, hanielas.com. There's everything that you need to know about cookie decorating, and I just released a new beginner cookie decorating guide. He's got a really weird beard, huh? So now we have to let this dry, but before I move the cookie, I'm also going to add. Now these are not part of the bundle, but if you have some cute sprinkles, and I think these are just fabulous, and you have given me also these, so you can use these and use that. I'm gonna use some green here. Oops. These are kind of hard, so it's not. I wouldn't use too many of these. I think you can bite through them, but I just find they're hard on your teeth.
Do you think, like, it's very nice? Do you think though, because they're like, I know exactly, like they're hard. Do you think they could chip off? Do you think you should like suggest to put them in the wet icing? They might hold on a bit better. I worry that they would
Oh
chip
yeah,
off
that's true. That's true. You could also, yes, exactly. You could also place these into your bed icing. Yeah, go a little better. Yes, that's true.
because those tend to like because of the coating, they are more prone to getting like knocked off.
Yes. And remember, I forgot to tell you. Remember the little oval shapes that were in the template that I
Yeah.
shared earlier. So these are the noses. Okay. So I wiped these on parchment. These are little noses for the nose. So
Those
I've
would
got one here,
good.
magically.
They would be good feet too.
They would be good a lot of things. Feet, arms. You could you could also use these as arms. I mean, why not, right?
Sure.
The only
Oh,
thing is, the only thing is, if like because you want, like it's not. This is not gonna conform to the surface anymore, right?
mm.
So you have to. You could put the feet here if you want. So first, I'm gonna put the nose. Oops, these are so small. All right. So the nose is gonna go here. When I'm using the transfers, I usually go with shifting motion, a little bit of shifting, so it sticks. Okay. Now, depending on how big you made the beard, you have to play with the positioning of your transfers. So let's do the pie, huh? Pie is so cute. So I'm gonna place it here, and then the arms are gonna come out from the side. What is it?
He's got his nose in the pie.
Yes. Well, the only thing is, like, I think, if you avoid having the brim or the, what was the other term? Um, Cuff, brim or cuff. This will bring up the beard up here. So then you would have some. Oops, I can't really move it now. It's glued, but you would have more room. The
Yes,
nose would be
for your
here,
food.
so
For the
you would have more room for the pie. Okay. So you can really, you can adjust that. Okay.
or you've got the smaller, like the slice of pie.
Yes, the slice of pie is great also. There is also a small pumpkin that you could put. Oh, the corn would be also cute. Oops. They all work. They all work. It's fine. Let's focus on the good stuff. It's Friday.
It's Friday. Woohoo!
Do you have anything planned for the weekend?
Not really. No, it's a quiet. Like I say, nobody trick or treats in our neighborhood, so I didn't really. I don't decorate and I don't do too much. I've basically now moved on to Christmas for work.
Yes. Oh, you made gnome earrings. Oh, that's lovely.
You can make no anything.
No anything. So basically, what I'm doing the oval shape first, like this, and then I'm piping like a dot on the side for the thumb.
And I guess if you wanted, you could pipe the little hands on the pie on the transfer sheet.
Yes, exactly, exactly. You can do that also. Yes. So he's got everything he needs. Okay, let me get one of these cute sprinkles. Let's do that on this one. I'm gonna put it on the side here.
I
Okay.
like the sprinkles because it's like a different color and it's shiny. It really looks like a little like touch of jewelry almost on the cookie, like
Yes.
it's
So I've got a couple of them here, and
really
I
cute.
wanted to take a little moment to talk about your projects also.
Well, I posted on you can find the link in my bio. It's in my coffee as well. I also have some transfers, but mine are Christmas, so it's a variety of Christmas things. So I have an elf, Santa, snowman, candy mittens, all kinds of different things. I'm working on the videos now. And then tomorrow or not tomorrow, on the 1st of November, the Patreon tutorial is coming out for my little Christmas house. The template is there now, but I'll be releasing the video. And then our house is hand. So this
Yes,
is
our houses. These are our houses. Actually, the one on the left. I'm sorry, on the right. It's a house that I created using bundle 1 and bundle 2 from our beginner cookie decorating toolbox set. So if you have those bundles, you can use this to decorate your house. Like the green, I don't know what I would call it, like a classic. What would you guys call the greenhouse? I don't know. Classic house?
There it is. It's a very festive, and this is my version.
Very dreamy.
I tried to like not. It's not got that much icing. So if you're kind of a beginner and you can make the transfers and kind of glue them on. So
Also, those of you who are just joining us, and if you guys would like to stay updated about all the lives that we have, I send reminders before the live. Did you guys get a reminder today? Also, I wanted to ask, maybe some of you can put your comment in. I want to see if the reminder came okay. Also about new classes, products, decorating tutorials and tips. You can sign up for the cookie decorating newsletter. I put the link in the comments. When you sign up, please make sure that you confirm your subscription because it's a two-step process. You have to confirm it. This just tells the system you're not a bot, you're not a spammer. So it's just the same way. I'm not done with my decorating tutorials. Thanks for removing me from the screen.
well, you were talking and you were so small, so I just made it a little bit.
So I'm back. I'm back because I really want to show you the mushroom. Okay, so those of you who just join us, I use cutters from 101 cookie decorating, 101 cutter set from Wilton, and this is the set that is included in the bundle 2. Both of these are available on Global Belly. Okay, and you guys can do this because this is so fun. So I use the cross cutter and egg cutter to create
let's just for a second though appreciate that cross is quite nice because
this is a very nice cross.
I find that often they're too fragile. Like that is structurally a good shape.
I couldn't agree with you more. Yes, this is a really nice cross. I love this cross. All right, so let's quickly jump into the tutorial. I'm just gonna quickly show you what I did here. So I brushed a thin layer of white icing. This is about 15-20 second consistency is fine. There is also a sable brush in one of the kits, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so you get a brush with it, and I'm just going to brush this on like this, and then I will use the brush to create like a more what I was trying. What's the word? Directional, I would say, because you know the ribs underneath the I don't know what they're ribs. Are they called ribs on the mushroom? Somebody please put in a comment what they are called.
I know what you're saying. The underside of the mushroom there.
Yes. It's not called ribs. I'm sure it's not called ribs. I can't remember the word. Anyway, so this is what I'm trying to do with the brush. You might want to wait for 5 minutes until it starts somewhat crusting, and then do this with the brush so you get better lines. Because if your icing is too runny, or if you put too much icing on there that is runny, it's just going to heal very quickly. So do a thin layer, okay?
Because you're sculpting it essentially.
Gills. Isn't it called gills? No, that's on the. Or now I'm back to the shark. I think. Oh, you didn't make any transfers, but I did brush on. Okay.
They're gills.
Oh, I was right. Gills. Okay. Yay. I remember something. So you have to let that dry, which will take maybe 30 minutes, and then you can do the cap. Okay. So here I'm using red real icing. And then I'm also going to add line here on the bottom. And then with wet on wet, we're going to make those white spots, okay? Now, actually, the mushroom, the red comes from the number 3 kit. So if you don't have red, you can use brown for this, Mushroom doesn't have to be red. You can use brown and skip the dots because I don't know if there's a brown mushroom with dots.
I mean, it's a fantasy mushroom. You can make it anything you want, right?
Yes, excuse me, that is true. It's a fantasy mushroom, okay? So now I've got one here, and I'm just gonna
can I just interrupt you because Cheryl had a little question. So I'm sorry. I'm just gonna.
Sorry.
She's here. You had this happen to
Had
you.
an issue. Oh gosh. So yes. Oh my God, Cherry, where we could check. Excuse me. We could shake hands because several weeks ago, or not weeks ago, months ago, I think I decorated a gingerbread house, and it was the gingerbread house that we just showed. Marlyn just showed this house, the one on the left. I decorated. Okay, I mean I decorated both, but particularly the one on the left. I didn't take pictures of it, and I went to take pictures of it. I don't know, 3, 4 weeks later, and the walls, it's like you're saying, they came off in sheet, like completely. I was like, what is going on? So I think what happened, the surface of the cookie was so smooth, and I think my cookies were also a little older because I tend to bake, or have cookies that have been sitting for a while here. And I think also what can happen is the fat. If there is like an excess fat on the surface, I find, and then it dries, it just falls off.
It like creates like a barrier.
Yeah, so I think, like, if I know that I have an older cookie, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna scratch it. I'm gonna literally scratch it with a knife or something. So there is like a
Yeah,
uh,
like when you sand a
when you
surface
sand the
or
surface. They do it with chocolate also. I've seen I don't know if you watched the chocolatier from Las Vegas. He's amazing. So I've seen him do that. He does the like a lattice scratching on some of the surfaces that he connects then with chocolate. So I think it's for the better addition. So I think that's like it's yeah. I also use Wilton meringue powder, but honestly, this doesn't happen often. Most of the time, like maybe it happened 5 times in the whole time I've been decorating, 14 years. It's usually, I think it's also a combination of dry air. If you live in a dry climate, it's so dry and it dries really quickly. I don't know how often it happens for you, but um, yeah, that's my that's my experience. Okay, so now I'm just going to do the stem really quickly here. Have you had that happen, Mark?
again, very rarely. And also in my case, it's cookies that were old.
Yeah, so I think it has something to do with the fat being maybe drawn to the surface or something, that
Thank
it's so smooth. I find that the surface is so unusually smooth on some of the cookies. So I would, like I said, I would scratch it.
very dry.
So I'm going to let this dry, and then once it's dry, we can again use the brush that you used before. You can add some texture on these. Okay, so I'm just going to pipe some if I can get it out. I mean, this ice cream crusts like crazy. Well, that's just my like reasoning. I mean, I think. Okay, seriously.
What's wrong? It's clogged?
Yeah, it's like I mean, here it's everything clogs. The sugar doesn't like me. So again, I'm just going to spread a thin layer here.
Climate is a huge factor that is often not addressed, like if like in my case, I live in a very humid climate, hands very dry, and of course, big part of the icing is consistency. And what is that? It's more and less moisture, so it's very tricky. You have to figure out what works in your area.
Also, remember, if you work by the heat source, it will also contribute to faster like drying and things like that.
Yes, yes. Central air conditioning, central heating.
Now we are scaring some of the folks. It's like, why would I mean, so many, like that we're decorating.
Oh, it's just good stuff to know about if you're having problems with your projects.
Now I'm adding just some green, just some on the bottom for some color. You could also do some brown for the soil. Okay. And now the last bit is, you could leave it like this, last bit. I'm going to do a little outline. So I'm going to quickly show you how I cut my piping bag. So this is a Nicholas piping bag. Mara and I have been using this for years. I always find a seam on a piping bag, on a Nicholas bag. I flatten it down like this, and then I cut straight across. Should I cut here? I'm just going to cut here. You don't want
Depends
to.
what you want to do.
I'm sorry.
I said it depends what you want to do.
I'm doing a giant mushroom, you know. So yeah, you want to cut a small opening first. Cut straight across, okay? Don't cut on an angle, because it's going to give you an odd line coming out. And then what happens when you flatten these? You have to wiggle it a little bit to kind of reshape the opening, okay? And then when piping out like outlines with thicker icing, if I can remember, I like to have the seam facing my hand. I don't like it to be on the top. So you want to hold it like that, okay? And here is my little mushroom. I haven't made mushrooms like this, I think. I think I have not. Oh no, I have on the Willy Wonka cake. I did make one with mushrooms. So this is, you see thicker icing here. Okay, so I did the outline mainly because I wanted the illusion of the stem being inside of the cap, you know. So that outline kind of raises the surface a little bit. So
Very cute.
okay, so I'm going to, so today we
I
made
know.
we made
Holding
gnome using a
Christmas tree.
Christmas tree, and mushroom using a cross and Easter egg. Okay,
That's pretty impressive.
so that's my tutorial for today. And I'm gonna be, can you guys believe this? I'm gonna be in the hot seat on Tuesday as well. So
Hands
I'm in my
favor.
head, like, what am
Hands
I thinking?
favor.
You guys have last minute quick suggestions for me for Tuesday? Thank you, thank you. So let me know in the comments. What is it that you would like to see?
So yeah, Han was nice enough to switch with me. I have to take my daughter to a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, so I'll be in the hot seat the following. But she's there. I think it's the 1st of November. Han is going to be working, so maybe you guys can send her an Instagram if you guys don't follow her already. Send her a little message if you would like to
Yeah.
see something in specific or whatever. I mean, it's Thanksgiving, fall, or Christmas. That's basically right. We're right
Well,
in
it
it.
doesn't have to be Thanksgiving. We have, like I said, maybe those of you who have the bundles, maybe you can look at the cutters and see
Yeah.
what is it that you would like to see. Because I'm trying to focus on these bundles to see, to really maximize the use of the cutters, because they are so amazing in this,
Yeah.
particularly in the second kit.
There's a
And
huge
the first kit, if you look at the, I was going to do owl for today as well, because first kit has owl and pumpkin. So that's also, you can turn owl into a fall owl, and pumpkin is, you know, it's Thanksgiving. You can use that.
And he can be also a Christmas owl.
Yes, Christmas owl, exactly, Christmas owl. I've got, I know, like, look at this, like, this is a really cute. You could make. You know,
Yes,
I'm very bad with mirroring.
super cute. Awesome, Han. Thanks
Thank
you
you,
guys for joining us today.
thank you, everyone.
We'll see you on,
Have
well,
a great weekend and happy Halloween. Lots of candy, lots of loves, and no rain.
boo.
Yes,
Bye,
bye.
everybody.